matches down for the day. 2 left to go. Optic Gaming waiting for Dignitas there to close out the day. But for now, Version 1, one of the hottest teams in the entire scene, about to take on Space Station Gaming, who will be quick to remind you they have yet to lose to anything other than a finalist at a major in RLCS 21. So does that streak continue here? Well, we won't actually know until, I guess, next Sunday. But Version 1 taking on Space Station here, Johnny.
This is a great match. It's a match we expected to see in a 2-0 round, but SSG coming into this round as the lowest seed. They're the only team who dropped 2 games, so they're going to need to do some work here.
Well, on one side of the pitch, the villains of Rocket League, as far as I'm concerned, it's Version 1.
Version 1 trying to get out. Beast mode towards net. Beast mode. Oh, what? A thriller at the copper box.
This is the big one. This is incredibly important to me. Dream outcome of this event is, I mean, absolutely just getting first place. I mean, taking home the trophy, taking home all the glory that comes with winning the World Championship. That's the main goal.
And Cobb shatters right through it. Beast mode double tap. And he opens the score sheet for Version 1.
Unfortunately, we missed out on main event barely. We have to go through wildcard. However, I think this could kind of be an advantage because we're going to be going into the actual event. We're going to already have some stage experience and we're going to have been warmed up a little bit. So really, we're not that concerned about it.
I see you.
I love playing the top teams because I love beating the top teams. And I love seeing all the fans crying on Twitter or saying that we were lucky or saying all those types of things. It really does fuel me. And it's just so enjoyable to be beating those teams. It's a weird thing to think about, to think that you could be considered the best thing in the world. Like the best at anything in the world, and you're just outright the best at it. There's nobody better than you. It's something that would be an incredible feeling, and that's what we're all striving for. To the fans, your support really does mean the world. And to the haters, keep on hating. It's enjoyable. I appreciate you guys too. We're so excited to be here. We're so excited to be playing against all these other incredible teams. You guys better bring your best.
Man, if we've learned anything about Calm, he's good at weaponizing toxicity here.
There isn't a person better in the RLCS scene that's ever done that, in my opinion. He can take the hate, it makes him better. He can take the love, it makes him better. Nobody can match that. But then, of course, you can say it's a little easier when you have a player such as Beast Mode on the team.
Of course, and one of the things that's going to be interesting here is that when V1 have ran into tough competition on day 1s of previous events this season, notably the LA Major and the London Major, they're in a studio, they're facing each other, and there's an audible connection, for lack of a better description. I don't think that's going to be a part of this, though, because they're not sitting across from each other. They're sitting on either side of a stage, and there's a crowd in front of them making a lot of noise. So, you know, I think that might be a potential disadvantage for Com. Everybody wanted to see V1 versus SSG, Arsenal and Com yelling at each other, but actually I think the crowd's going to drown that out.
I wonder if it will still be in the back of their minds, though, right? You know, I mean, they know that both sides are doing it. One player I'm not worried about at all, though, Shogun, is Torment. They talk about an impenetrable mentality.
How is he still up here performing at this level all the time? It is some sort of anomaly in Rocket League for any player to stick up here. For as often as he has done it, Torment is a special player and he's still around looking to try and add to his growing trophy collection.
Well, Version 1, one of the hottest teams here right now. Former veteran of the World Champions, Fireburner, there behind him. On the other side, though, gonna make the match spicy here. It's Space Station.
Making Worlds was a huge achievement for us. I was at the last one in Madrid. Being able to go back-to-back is a great feeling. We played the majors, we played the regionals, but nothing can really compare. I mean, this is the biggest Rocket League tournament of all time. It couldn't mean more to us. Wildcard is simple. We want to go 3-0. We feel like we're the best team in here, and that's what we're going to do.
Once the Space Station squad gets going, they could be tough to stop. Reynolds off the ceiling, has the flick, there's a bomb! Reynolds scores!
There's some good teams in there. However, we feel it's good for us because we do need that extra warm-up, so I'm kind of glad we're in the wild card. General feeling's pretty good. We played LA, we felt like we could have won that tournament. We played London, we definitely felt like we could have won that tournament, only losing to the winners at 9 seconds left. We're the most confident team in this tournament. Other teams should fear us because we have nothing to lose. We're coming in with confidence and we're coming in to win the tournament. I don't think any team has put in as much time as we have recently. There's nothing you can do to get us off our grind right now. We're super, super ready for this. We couldn't appreciate the fans more. We have one of the biggest fan bases in the game and we're forever grateful to you guys. Every tournament we go to, we're here to win. Dream outcome for this event would be winning the tournament against Moist. Anyone saying we don't stand a chance, last 2 majors, the only teams we've lost to are both the finalists. Get ready, it's not going to happen this time. All you should expect is the best performance from all 3 of us. We're ready for this.
The first few events of the year, I feel like we saw from Daniel that rookie wonder, the wide-eyed, wow, it's so cool to be here. All I see in his eyes now, Bates, is fire.
He's ready. He's ready. I was talking to a young man yesterday. He is an absolute killer. No question about it. Daniel started a little shaky in LA, but ever since then, he's been on top of his game. He's been led by the captain, Reynolds.
I think Rettles is the perfect person as well to start you off in your Rocket League career because he will instill a winner's mentality. Look at Daniel.
Can he see?
That is not the wide-eyed rookie anymore.
Can he see the ceiling? I don't think he can see where the ceiling is. He just does it purely based on his reads. He knows where it is at all times, even if his fringe covers it visually. They've got a win on V1 on LAN actually in the LA Major as well. When they finally did run into each other in the bracket, they did beat V1, and V1 were the team coming in as the expected winner there. It's good to see him, like I said.
And then that man right there. Oh my God, they're so calm and they're so composed, but listen, they know their characters and they know how confident they are. They all seem like Daniel's so leaned in. I saw a little bit of like a little boy in LA. Now I feel like he's still a little bit like he's still like a man. Not like I'm ready to take over the whole entire scene. It's so
Look at the balloon.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable mechanics with the balloon making in the venue today.
Space station helmets they've made there. I mean, you said they're calm and composed. Agree on the composed side, but this team, anything but calm when it comes to playing on the stage. The energy from all 3 players, from Arsenal, from Rettles in particular, the way they bring Daniel up, it's intoxicating.
And then Calm and Fireburner match him on the other side. So it's about to be two of the loudest teams. Maybe Furia beats him out, or is in that conversation.
They're up
Other
there,
than
yeah.
that,
They're pretty
two
loud.
of the loudest teams in the whole entire RLCS scene here.
Set throwing levels.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a real big match, not only between these 2 teams, but between how loud these players are going to be shouting versus the crowd as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing which one could be louder.
Yeah, man, so much on the line here. We've had a few sweeps today. I think that the other teams were just doing us some favors to get us to the title match here. The match of the we've been joking all day, Bates, about like, oh, easy predictions, easy. It's easy. We know what's going to happen here. I have no idea.
This match gives main event energy. These are 2 of the best in the game. These are the 2 teams that are on their day, could honestly make the bracket run come Sunday and become a world championship. We have not felt that this whole entire time in the wild card, and now we're finally getting it. I'm just so excited. Oh my gosh.
This is the advantage of Swiss, Johnny. We get matches this good day 2.
Yeah, it's like we said, we expected to see this in a 2-0 round, but the fact that we had so many sweeps yesterday, only 1-4-1 and 1-4-2, that means that the team going 4-2 are the lowest seed from the winners, and they have to play against a team who went 4-0, and the second tiebreaker is seeding, and that's V1. They're the top seed, so that's why we've got V1 SSG here, is because SSG couldn't beat the club faster. Otherwise, they would have had an easier matchup.
So, when we get down onto the pitch, okay, gets into game 1. 6 players out, 3 on each side. What is the matchup here?
It's V1 SSG.
Well, okay. Player versus player.
Oh.
Which player is going?
Come on, JB.
What 1v1? What challenge dynamic?
Torment Daniel. If Torment is at the level, because Torment's entire job is he's going to get stuck in some 1v2s. It's just part of how this is going to work out.
Oh, I see
and
what
if
you mean.
Torment can work through this, and as Daniel moves towards him, if Torment can cut that play out, they have got a monumental chance.
One of the things that is glued in my mind in London is just how good the challenge game was from Version 1, especially from a player as experienced as Torment. So, probably the most volatile fan vote we're going to have all day. Let's check it out with the Verizon fan vote here. Hashtag V1, hashtag SSG. And I want to keep going down the line. Johnny, we're going to start with you. Make a prediction, my friend.
I've got a few reasons, actually. You know, this should be a close one. I think there's no way we're getting a sweep here. But SSG starting strong at a LAN event for, I think, the first time. They've usually got a slow start, shaky start. They've started strong here. I think that's going to continue. This is no longer day 1 for V1. They do lose after day 1 at events. And last time the 2 teams played on LAN, SSG wins. That's, I think, 3 reasons to back SSG here. Got to follow that logic.
Okay, everyone that was over in London, please do not listen to the next 10 seconds or so, because I don't think you're going to be all that happy with me. V1 were the villains in London. But I'm still going V1. I believe in what I've been seeing. I think that they are in unreal form coming into the latter half of this season. I think it's good enough to take them past SSG.
V1 starts off every single LAN strong, man. It's just that simple. Whether it's day 1, day 2, it doesn't matter. Eventually, towards the back end, they end up struggling, but you already know. Gotta go with V1. Man, I'm just playing with y'all, man. Give me that. Give me my balloon. SSG, I'll tell you why. The Arsenal's gonna disrupt them. Daniel's gonna hold down the back line, and they're composed and they're ready to dominate. I got SSG over V1 4-3.
Where do we get all these balloons? There's so much balloon action here. They're about to blow them up. I don't know what's going to happen. I think I gotta go. We gotta balance this out at this point. Version 1 is so strong. I agree with Stogan. Peak form right now. Give me V1 in this one. How does the chat feel about it? Space Station, I believe, are just barely fan favorites in the house. Fan favorites in the chat as well. Let's get in to the third match of day number 2. Space Station Gaming taking on Version 1. How about it? A brawl of the Titans early in our 2-week extravaganza. Let's get to the Verizon Skybox with the closers.
3-2 is the advantage for Space Station Gaming on the season head-to-head with Version 1, but the last 2 have gone to Champions Field. They have gone to Version 1.
It's a battle of thunder and lightning here. Even though it's clear skies on Manfield night, it's almost like you can feel the ground quaking as kickoff is getting ready to go, because you know what to expect when V1 and SSG take the field.
They said it on the desk. It is a main event feel here for Version 1 and SSG, an all-American matchup deep in the heart of Texas, as Calm will go up the back wall to try and fend off this opening salvo from SSG. V1's got it deep into the corner. Calm out in front for beast mode. Can he follow this touch up? No, Reynolds has it away, and both sides have faced the opposition. No give on either end.
Both teams very methodical in the way they move upfield, always trying to disrupt the defense. You're going to expect a lot of bumps, a lot of demos, and some really fast offensive pressure on those counterattacks. Looking at the control right now, V1 with the ball as they move up, and you're seeing even Torment rotating out, looking for more that he can do. Can he grab boost? Can he look for a bump out? And same thing with SSG. Once they get on that counterattack, once those possessions change, you have to keep an eye on where everybody is on the field.
Keep an eye on the shot count for Version 1. If they're able to dominate possession and run up that number, SSG is going to be in for a world of hurt. Right now it's Space Station on the offensive until Beast Mode gets that demolition on Arsenal. Reynolds trying to slow things down. Beast Mode around the boards, nobody else there, and Daniels cut it out. There he is, one-on-one with Torment at midfield, but Torment very aggressively going after him.
You can already see some of the aggression coming out from V1. I saw Khan moving upfield. He had 0 boost, still on SSG's in, looking for a demo. Beast Mode tries to get one as well, but Khan, great touch there off the goal line. SSG still looking for a way in, trying to disrupt as well. You even see Daniel in the back and taking boost, looking for that cut on Beast Mode. Each of these teams are looking for an advantage anywhere they can get it on the field.
Both these teams on American soil, there is no other team that is going to match these two in terms of confidence. And they are already dialed in. Beast Mode high to the backboard. Daniel couldn't get to it, and the shot bounces off the post. And maybe that could rattle V1 just a little bit. And missed opportunity, and they still can't cash in on the rebound effort. Torment will try and bring one around. He's got around one defender. Daniel swatted away, but it doesn't matter. Nobody else dove in.
Right, Torment was on his own there. You see Beast Mode coming in, playing this one off the corner. And even there, double commit from SSG. Calm, looking for the shot. Daniel, great recovery to get that save in time. Now he's got full boost. He's in the air. This is a dangerous position to be in for if you're V1, but Torment, calm and patient on that back line. That's exactly what you need, because again, when those solo plays line up for SSG, they can pick apart a defense, and they talked about it. Torment versus, Daniel on the desk. That's an important matchup to look at.
Reynolds cutting there to get that midfield boost away from Beast Mode. And now it's Arsenal trying to get around Torment. He's got control, back to Calm. 3 minutes gone by. Nobody has so much as flinched. Torment got one away here. Pool under pressure. Beast Mode in the middle. Reynolds there to meet him. Who's going to crack first? Calm, a little slow. Torment there though, waiting oh so patiently to stop Daniel.
Again, great positioning from Torment. Great way to play the ball. Goes for the bouncer to the side. It allows Version 1 a chance to transition. Here's Arsenal now, trying to go for a ground pinch. Does put that on target. Forces a double commit. Follow up for Reynolds is in. And SSG set the tone.
And even that one hit the post. but it went in the end. Reddles off the follow-up. Arsenal even jumping in front of Torment there just to get in the way and slow down his reflexes even more. Space Station Gaming, less than 90 seconds away from a 1-0 victory.
This is great for SSG. I mean, you see Arsenal just trying to break apart the defense. Once they force that double commit on the back line, SSG know that's the prime time to strike.
Backflip.
That one, oh, Tom! He's not going to be able to make a touch. Another goal for Space Station.
Oh, look at Calm on the back. He's not under any duress at all. He just side flips, and that is the worst possible time, and the chirps begin. 2-0 to Space Station Gaming, 2 goals, 10 seconds apart. And here's Calm looking for the immediate redemption arc. Drop one down to Torment.
Beast Mode.
No, there's Beast Mode to follow it up, and he missed wide. Torment's there, and V1 gets one back.
Great follow-up. Beast Mode, obviously we've seen him hit the post a couple of times, but it's Torment able to turn around so quickly as Beast Mode puts Daniel in a tough spot. You need that follow-up. V1 still kind of back into this game. 1:10 left for them to try to equalize.
This game for a while looked like we were going to have a scoreless overtime going 5+ minutes, and now all of a sudden everybody's forgotten what defense is, and Arsenal's there as a slow roller just got popped away, but only briefly.
Beast Mode trying to get the best touch out. Torment in an awkward spot. You see him trying to come off that back wall. And meanwhile, Arsenal's just sitting, waiting. If you're going to give me the ball, sure, I'll take it.
Well, these last 30 seconds have just been an aberration. Beast Mode up to the backboard. There's Reddles. Finally, somebody has made a defensive stop. And this one will be right out to midfield where Beast Mode's waiting. They got to get 2 goals now in less than a minute. Torment, side flip. Couldn't get to that ball in time, and more time wasted by Space Station Gaming. Looking for the bump on Beast Mode, who somehow got around Arsenal, made the defensive stop, but again, not much going forward fast enough for V1.
Right now, Space Station Gaming in complete control. It's going to be up for Version1 to spend these last 30 seconds to really just try to get things under control. They've had some really good offensive drives. It's just the finishing's been off. Like I said, Beast Mode missing a couple of shots that he honestly should be hitting. And then not being able to hold off on that pressure when SSG bear down on them offensively. It's been a really tough start for Version1. But SSG, things moving forward. Final few seconds, Daniel looking for a double, plays off the back wall, shot from Reddles goes in, and SSG, they just keep moving forward.
They can do no wrong. A hat trick in game 1 from Reddles. Even though Beast Mode got to it, they've had a couple that they've almost gotten to. But almost doesn't quite cut it here. Final 2 seconds will tick away, and Space Station Gaming is going to take game 1 in this battle of North America's Titans in the wild card.
Great work there from SSG, especially Reddles, I would say. I mean, lots of good shooting from him. We've seen Arsenal be able to kind of pick apart Version1's defense. A lot of people were mainly looking at Daniel, but Daniel not scoring here, just mostly playing the assist man. Obviously for V1, they're looking at Daniel, okay, we need to shut them down. And Daniel, to an extent, did get shut down. Torment was very good on getting some of those reads on him. But that being said, V1, I think the biggest challenge here was offense-wise, right? They were able to put SSG in a couple of uncomfortable spots, but the finishing out of their 9 shots just wasn't it.
See Arsenal there, just checking in on Daniel as we look again at the Mobile One High Performance Replay. While we have a moment between games here, I want to give a big shout out to Lincoln Cooper. You may remember Lincoln's League kind of taking Rocket League by storm a couple of years ago. His inspirational fight to demo out cancer. Big fan of both Dignitas, Space Station, and Version1. And we know, of course, he is going to be watching this one with a lot of interest. We hope you continue your fight to exterminate cancer. We hope to see you right here at one of these events in the near future.
Yeah, speaking of like this one, like when you get back into the game, looking at V1 and SSG, I'm actually surprised. I don't think the demo total was that high either. I mean, looking at this one, it did seem like it was very kind of like locked in overall, very clean, comfortable. I think you look towards Fireburner and Chrome now, because even though the players are playing on the field, those two are battling each other, trying to pick things apart, looking to see, okay, what adjustments can we make, figuring out the play style. I mean, these guys are alike in so many ways on the field, Version1 and Space Station Gaming, so finding an advantage is going to be very key here.
Underway in game 2 at Aquadome, and Reddles trying to hit Arsenal there. Little disruption from the Version 1 defense. Big contrast to what I think we all kind of expected. We thought this would be a very physical series, especially the way V1 plays, especially the way Calm plays. And that Space Station would have been ready for that kind of play style, having faced the club yesterday, having 46 demolitions between the two teams. Torment going up the side. He lost control here. It's still good enough. Got one in front. Redos to pop it away. Beast mode shot sent away by Arsenal. A little hairy on the defensive end for SSG, but again, they keep Version 1 at bay.
Trying to break out, and that's a really good 50 in favor of SSG. Here's Arsenal as Calm takes out Daniel. Daniel will be on his way back, but meanwhile, Arsenal still has Reynolds on the wing. Hauls off Daniel, try to play that one in the midfield, but no one able to get there, so this one will start to slowly fall apart. Demo comes through. Calm versus Daniel. Daniel gets the dunk, gets the block, and gets the goal!
Somebody check him. That is unreal. Right through Calm, and the Daniel can't start again. That is unbelievable.
Man's hitting the gym. We thought Calm was swole.
He's still got a lot to prove. Arsenal got this one through, but it's beast mode around Reynolds. Chance to get that goal right back off the demolition. Daniel can't stop beast mode if he doesn't exist. 1-1.
Just when I said it, Calm decided to flex on him. Daniel in the back end, toodaloo. Beast mode will roll it in, and V1 tied things right back up.
SSG breaks the deadlock in game 1, and everything breaks down. Answer left, right, and center.
Oh, the miss.
And we're seeing a similar story in game 2. Off the kickoff, Calm's got it back, and V1's got the lead.
This is unfortunate. You see Arsenal misread off the back wall, and he knows. He just knows where that shot's going. Calm, perfect placement behind him. Just that quickly has the momentum shifted. V1 up.
Another head-to-head battle between the men behind the teams, Chrome and Fireburner. Always fun to watch just the history between these two squads, both the players and the coaches. And you know, a lot of experience has been passed on to these young stars. Beast mode in the corner. Taken away by Arsenal. There is Torment. Talk about experience. This man is timeless as he has the ball taken away by Reynolds.
Again, we've seen today from the performance of Simper that experience does matter.
Yes, it does.
And it's going to come into play here, even when we're only in round 2 of the Swiss stage. It's a big matchup for both these teams, as SSG just trying to stop V1. It's close. Couple of back and forth saves as V1 put it on the pressure. Here's transition. Arsenal shot, beast mode, goal line save.
No hesitation, no wasted movement, no time for a reprieve. Reynolds coming through, and he almost forced his way through Calm. Demolition there as beast mode and Daniel take each other out. And Arsenal can only dump that to the corner, but Torment was waiting for it. And Daniel's got to clear this one away. Only as far as beast mode. Arsenal's turn now. And he can take this away. Trying to go over Calm. He's beat him, but there's Torment with the stop. Torment with another save as the last line of defense. What else is new?
See Torment trying to come in. There's a demo here on this play. Daniel gets it past Calm. Won't find another demo. And we'll pick up that mid boost, but Daniel will be able to rotate in here really quickly. Meanwhile, Torment, low boost, has to figure out the best way to play this ball. Plays it to Beast Mode, who sends it high. Version 1 up by 1, but they know that they're in a really tough spot. Right now, SSG definitely controlling the field in terms of boost, so V1 buying themselves a little bit more space here as they try to move upfield.
This is where everything broke down in game 1, where everybody stopped playing defense for a little while. SSG took advantage. Can they do it again? Down to 1:15. Arsenal,
good
right
touch.
at beast mode. Went through beast mode, but he got a touch. And that disrupted SSG's counterattack effort, so Version 1 can take charge into the final minute.
Minute left. Chance for Version 1 to add on to their lead. Daniel dodges the demo. 47 boost here in the tank. Plays it across, has to get past beast mode. That ball played out. Calm dodges the bump there. And now Arsenal looks for a 50 through. SSG have to make the most of these drives. They cannot afford to lose some of these challenges and get that ball into the midfield line. Version1 can play this one and run out the clock. If things happen, that's a great save from Torment. Rebels tried to get the equalizer.
That looked like Torment had kind of scuffed the touch there, but instead he was in the perfect spot. And then here, the pass over to Daniel, who comes up with yet another clutch goal on land.
It's a great pass from Rebels. Daniel, top left slot, I'm sorry. And just like that, we got a game on our hands.
Yes, we do. Not much separates these teams historically, and this is the case now. Nothing separates them in game 2. Arsenal to the back wall. Calm is right there. Almost like he read him the whole way. Reddles. Oh, Arsenal trying to jump in front and disrupt the defense. It is SSG who looks to have the final salvo of game 2 before we go to overtime. Daniel almost got that off the flip reset. The man is absolutely insane. V1 hoping to get to overtime. They've got to weather the worst storm imaginable. Daniel's got this now.
Keep that going.
Still no time on the clock. V1 trying to get this to ground, and they finally do.
They get some space, they get a chance to recover. But my goodness, was SSG bearing down on them. It felt like they were in a chokehold. Version1, they got to do well here off this kickoff. Otherwise, if they're back in that lock-in from SSG, I can see SSG coming away with this game on Aquadome.
Daniel has so many weapons in his arsenal. He's got this one away. And it looked like they might have been going for the pinch there. The timing wasn't quite on. Now Torment's got to bring this to the backboard and hope he's got help, and he does. Here is Arsenal. Gets off the ceiling. Down in front, and Calm's got it. And he avoids Arsenal by the narrowest of margins.
Great composure. And an even better clear there from Torment, putting it into the corner. Puts Arsenal in a tough spot, and now you see V1 all boosted up. Beast Mode tries to make a play off it, but look at Daniel. He gets beat out by Calm. Torment, low boost, just picked up the midfield, so it's an awkward ball for him. But now, SSG slowly winning these challenges. A double commit on the defense for V1. Rattle's looking for a bump. They ends up getting a piece of the ball here as well. And I mean, it's a fiesta over here on the blue half. It's just chaos.
Beast Mode had to do a real acrobatics work out there just to avoid the contact in the net. And then it was Calm who ultimately came up with the stop. Here goes Torment. With Calm ahead. Flip reset. Arsenal right there as Version1 couldn't get the last critical touch they needed. And now here comes Daniel. Maybe the worst case scenario for Version1. At least they're happy that he was out in the corner and not waiting like Calm was there in the middle.
Good beat. Beast Mode has to use his boost to just kind of control the ball. SSG is all boosted up, and they're going to send that one downfield. Torment only has 15 boosts, so the transition has to be good, and it is. We just have to hope that clear doesn't come back soon enough. Torment still hasn't had a chance to pick up any boosts as SSG continues their offensive press.
Yeah, but you don't need the big pads all the time. He made a lot work with just the little pennies before getting that big corner boost, and now the demolition on Beast Mode will slow down Version1 even further, if not for the efforts of Torment, who forces Daniel into action in the corner. And now we'll finally throw this downfield, and it's Beast Mode's got to be real sure-handed with Daniel waiting for any kind of mistake.
What do you do when you have a team like SSG constantly hunting you, constantly looking for a hole in the defense, and you have to continue to play on a consistent level? One mistake could cost you the game. First, Version1 doing a great job of just maintaining that consistency, but sometimes it looks a little rough. Daniel, you won't be able to get this double. Torment comes in to make sure to stop that. He's done that so many times this series.
They got to get Torment out of that goal area. Otherwise, they're not going to score if Torment is anywhere near the Version1 net. Calm trying to screen off Arsenal here. And this will go back deep into the corner where Reddles meets Torment. This is an opportunity for SSG as they take Torment off the pitch. And then the demo comes in. All over the place. It's like the 4th of July on Aquadome. And now here goes Daniel. He didn't have much to work with, but Arsenal can continue the play into now the 4th minute of overtime.
Passes out, you see them just fighting for control. No one wants to give up an edge here in game 2. 3 minutes at overtime, and we still haven't had a winner.
Oh, we might hear Calm. Doesn't have a lot of help, but he still has plenty of tricks up his sleeve. Instead, it's V1 at the back, Calm rotating in for the defense, and Torment off the respawn. He'll grab that corner boost as well. Across this goes. Torment. It looked like Torment and Beast Mode kind of jumped at the same time. This could be problematic. As Torment made the save, hauling away into his own net. Here goes Daniel again. Can he get this down in front? No. But Arsenal's waiting. And so too would Reynolds be in the middle, waiting to dunk it home, and another hairline save right at the goal line.
Took the entire V1 team, but the defense still holds strong. Now we see Calm. Beast Mode, he has a full tank here, but he gets beat out by Daniel. Reynolds trying to just disrupt this defense as SSG have been, knocking at the door. They're coming in with a battering ram and they still can't get through.
Just like Helm's Deep, Version 1 has held the line. Here goes Reynolds now, trying to get around Torment. They've tried and tried and tried again and still have not been able to beat him. Now Reynolds dropped down for Arsenal. Not happening, and Daniel's got to collect near the midfield line, bring it into the corner. His shot got by Beast Mode. Daniel does it again.
It's Daniel showing up on the world stage. Beautiful angle. And just like that, after almost 5 minutes of overtime, SSG, they take the game again.
They just get louder and louder every time Daniel does it again and again and again and again. Space Station Gaming up 2-0. And now we've talked a little bit about the coaches, and it's now in Fireburner's hands. Do you take the timeout? Decision would have been made by now if they were. After dropping game 2 that way, do you need an extra minute?
11 saves and 17 shots. So 11 saves from Version 1, 17 shots from Space Station Gaming. If you just need to know how much pressure was being put on. If you weren't watching, if you were listening, because it just felt like the SSG show. At some point, V1 was gonna break down, but my goodness, did they make it hard? They fought time and time again. The demos were crazy as well. I think, what was that, 12 demos from SSG to 6 on V1. Talk about explosive.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to match Space Station Gaming's aggressiveness. And yes, we have confirmed Version 1 has taken a timeout after what is the 9th longest overtime in RLCS World Championship history. So now it falls to Fireburner and this Version 1 squad. Look, Fire's been in this spot plenty of times. In his time with NRG, how do you stop the bleeding? How do you turn the tide now against what might be the most confident team at this event, especially winning the way they just did?
When you talk about Fireburner, he just had a lot of this time with this team in general. They've been in this situation before, and Fireburner has been able to pull them out of this situation. Version 1's record when they come out of timeouts is definitely something to speak for. And for me, I think it just comes down to, okay, you're understanding the pace of play. You're seeing the pressure. You're seeing the demos. They're starving you. They're taking things down. For Fireburner, this is going to be a really big adjustment here because we already know what Coach Chrome brings to Space Station Gaming. We know Coach Chrome. He has the game plan laid out. He's looking at the reviews. He's won at this matchup. So we talk about it. The battle between the coaches is just as important as the one the players play on the field.
We talk so much about Chrome and the impact he has had on Space Station Gaming from day one when he signed on with them as the coach. But it's part of my headcanon right now that his words to the team were literally just give the ball to Daniel. Arsenal peeps up like, what about me? No, give the ball to Daniel. Reynolds? No, give the ball to Daniel. He's got 3 goals. Reynolds has 3 of his own as well. He had the hat trick in game 1. Here goes Beast Mode.
The way this is looking, though, it just feels like they're playing V1's game at them, but just so much more explosive, the way things have seemed. As things continue to go on here. Opening, lots of pressure from SSG, and a shot comes in from Reynolds. Reynolds once again pulling out for SSG. The bounce. Top left corner, when you see this momentum that is put on for Space Station Gaming, even after the tactical timeout, it feels like Version 1 don't have an answer. There's still plenty of game left to go on DFH for them to find out.
SSG striking first. What else is new? They were behind the 8 ball for a little while. During the previous game, you know, the week-long endeavor that felt like. Here goes Torment. Right at the backboard, there is Arsenal. There haven't been many follow-up opportunities for version 1. There's been one and done on the orange half of the field time and time again. A lot of times because they've been recovering from demos, as was the case in game 2 with SSG.
Yeah, they've got to match that.
Oh, beast mode!
There we go. Beast mode sets it up. Calm knocks it down. Version 1, I mean, when the beast is on the ball, you got to send the whole team.
And Reddle's got a hand up, but that was ultimately his downfall. He jumped too early because Beast Mode had that second touch that completely threw him off. Nobody else could get back. Perfect execution from version 1. Ties up the game, but for how long? SSG have been deadly on their kickoffs. Reddle's here, waiting at the back. That'll angle downward, and Torment couldn't get to it ahead of Daniel. Pinch all the way across, and Beast Mode was ready for it. It's amazing how often Beast Mode happens to be in the right place at the right time. It is not coincidence.
Notice the difference here in terms of version 1. When they are on the offensive end, they're not as aggressive. Torment's been playing very deep here on the third line. Hasn't necessarily gone up too far forward. It's as if now they understand when SSG catches V1 trying to go to get boost, that's when SSG starts to strike. It seems like version 1 is starting to slow things down this game. Opt to use the space. Beast Mode trying to get a flip reset, but out of boost. But look, Torment doesn't immediately go up for the ball, takes his time, and is trying to just pull SSG away and get them in an uncomfortable spot.
Right at the halfway mark, Daniel screened away by a couple of version 1 defenders, so he had to turn back to avoid the demolition, and that puts him in the right spot. Then he takes the demo, but here's Torment, throwing it right back in SSG's grill. Good pass across, but nobody else is there. How good of a pass was it really, as this goes deep into the corner on the version 1 side, and Arsenal couldn't pop one out for any oncoming teammates. Version 1, I think, maybe got a little fortunate not to have conceded a goal there, and they almost got one here. But Daniel with the stop, and we'll see if SSG can break out.
Yeah, I like this from V1. You can see they're all in their back end. No one's playing too aggressive. They're waiting for their right moment to get involved. 2 minutes remaining in game 3. It's all tied up. Beast Mode, Tom, trying to put a shot on. Beast Mode gets a bump on Arsenal, but Arsenal's boosted up in midfield. They'll play that ball into the corner, and there's Torment. Big carry. See, again, these long clears, great for version 1, as again, they're looking for that inconsistency from SSG. I don't know if they'll find it, though. It's been a great series so far for Space Station.
Until now, oh, a giveaway to Torment, and you know he wants that one back because he had a lot to shoot at and only managed to hit the post. Here goes Beast Mode, did not use it, and instead Arsenal got the clear. They're trying to throw off SSG, maybe use their aggressiveness against them, and it's just not working. Yeah, good luck tracking those demolitions as this goes right to Reddles. Good selfless play under duress by Daniel. And Calm and Reddles both up for this, but it's Daniel right at Torment again. That's been the problem for Space Station. If you can identify any problem they might have, Torment has been impossible to break defensively. The problem is he wasn't there at the end of game 2. This shot just wide. Follow from Torment. Redirect by Calm. V1 up 2-1.
Great play from Calm. Look at this, right in front. He's so annoying if you're SSG. Gets the redirect in. It's that extra effort from Calm that is bringing version 1 into these games.
49 seconds remain. Can SSG force a second straight overtime? Arsenal gave this one away, so it's on Daniel. He's giving that one away. Version 1 kind of getting this assembly line established on the side. Demolition on Torment. Calm returns the favor. And it's Arsenal there to stop V1 and get SSG back on track with 25 seconds left. The dueling chants behind us. This is just a surreal environment. Beast Mode to the back wall with 13 seconds left. SSG breaks out. Daniel looking for the backboard, not finding it. All the way across, down to 5 seconds. Calm with a powerful clear. This should do it. That's the dagger, and V1's gonna get one on the board.
Adjustments were made. Version1 back into the series. It's a great play, great clear out. Calm does everything on that one. And the play style change has worked, as I think a lot of people would have expected from that adjustment. Last second left in gameplay, and then this one will fall. Now it's 2-1. V1 finally getting a game here in this best of 7. After calling a tactical timeout, things worked out very well for them. They were able to kind of slow things down, play a more controlled game. And I mean, you talked about SSG's pressure offensively. That was completely diminished. They only had 3 shots.
Again, with these two rosters the way they are, they've played 5 times before this. SSG won the first 3. Version1 took the last 2. A best of 5 that went to Champions Field, and a best of 7 most recently that went to Champions Field in the spring. They know they can beat this squad, even down 0-2. And now they are one step closer to equalizing as we look back at the Mobile One high performance replay and see that redirect from Calm. That's starting to get him going. He's been quiet physically, but he's made his presence felt as this series has gone on, including the dagger there. 5:25 to lead all scorers with the hat trick as well. 4 goals in the series now for Calm. And now for the Space Station Gaming side, how do you stop Calm? Because kind of like Arsenal, once he gets going, it's like a boulder rolling down the hill. You ain't gonna stop it just by standing in front.
And Calm, he seems enabled, especially like 3 goals, 8 shots, 7 demos. I mean, just having a spectacular Game 3 and a big Game 3 too. Pressure's kind of on. You got to think about it. You're making a play style adjustment. Tactical timeout comes through. And then Calm able to pick up Version1 by himself. He's flexing on him. We're going to need to see a little bit more of that muscle if they want to tie the series up.
Calm's got 4 out of the 6 goals for Version1. He gave up that corner boost. It was taken by SSG and almost turned into a goal very early on here in Game 4 at Utopia. Now it's Reddles trying to twirl through. Didn't have a lot in the tank to work with. Beast mode, a backflip after he realized he's beaten by Arsenal with nothing in the tank. And it's just a battle of attrition as that shot rings off the crossbar. It was a challenge that ended up almost in Space Station's net as Daniel just throws this one away downfield. Reddle's still getting harassed downfield by Version1. Finally, Calm will get away, and Torment will bring it in.
Yeah, but I mean, it's that type of play from Calm that slows things down so much for SSG. They were able to do so well in the earlier games because they had that offensive pressure, because they were out shooting and out demoing Version1. But when things change, I mean, the tide of this one has shifted so back and forth. Once SSG stop, it just feels like they tend to fall apart as well. They play it much more quieter. And I know they're looking to get back into that. It's why this series is so interesting to watch, because these players, I mean, they play so much alike.
And there's so much familiarity between the two. Look, neither side is going to throw something the other hasn't already seen from them. It just comes down to who executes. Calm trying to do just that, and it's hard to do that when you get demolished from behind, as Reddles just did. Arsenal couldn't get to this, though, on the follow-up as Beast Mode's in his way. And now Daniel to slow things down and bring it out himself. Doesn't matter if he doesn't have anything in the tank, as Calm is there. And Arsenal, oh, he had to choose between boost and ball, and that time he chose ball, and he lost it.
Torment coming through at a clutch time. Gonna buy his team some space. And then you see him, he immediately goes out. So he can sit back, let Beast Mode and Calm do work. Beast Mode has a bunch of boost, but he can't use it because he's in an awkward spot. It's just been 50-50 central on SSG's end of things. As Version1 trying to get this ball to the goal line. But unfortunately, it's unsuccessful. And now you see that race on the side while Arsenal's gonna take possession.
That was really good patient defending, too, out of Space Station, especially Daniel. Beast Mode's kind of flopping around like a fish. It'd be very tempting to just burn all your boost and dive in after him. Daniel's just waiting for him. Hey, do something that I have to care about. And then Daniel picked his spot and took it away, as Arsenal's not going to follow this one up. And Daniel had to get back in the air very quickly, and he's going deep into the bag of tricks, and Torment unamused.
Calm, last back, 25 boost. Will pick up the corner. Beast Mode getting demoed back and forth. Finally gets a peaceful respawn. And he's going to end up playing inside the net on this one, just trying to avoid Daniel. He thought Daniel was going for a bump. He sat all the way in net. And that's just that pressure, that SSG threat that Version1 has to constantly be on the lookout for, as this has been probably the quietest game of the series so far.
Reynolds got it by Calm. It's only beast mode to beat. And they could not do that as he's up to the task. Calm and Torment double commit. This could be the opening. SSG needed. They got Torment out of there, and Slater will score.
Slater slots it in, but you can see the breakdown here. Beast mode alone, Arsenal bearing down, and it's a wide open net. They finally find a way through.
Nothing else needs to be said. You can hear them all in the background. Reynolds scores, and they still chant Daniel's name. Here goes Torment, though. Open net, and B1 immediately ties it. We've seen this song and dance time and time again, Dad. The first goal is always followed up by an equalizer.
I think that's a payback. Beast mode on Arsenal this time says, oh, remember that last time? Now it's my turn now. Thank you very much. Get out the way. Open net for Torment. They match each other's energy stacks.
They are the yin to each other's yang as this is thrown all the way downfield by Daniel. Beast mode right there waiting for it, but he ran out of gas. Now Calm has to bring it back into his own zone. The problem is Arsenal's waiting for him, and now Reynolds looking to hit Daniel. Tough angle, and he's not going to be able to get a shot off.
So tense during this game 4. We are seeing this one be, again, so low scoring, but there's so many ways things could fall one way or another. There's a final minute here, and SSG trying to hold on to offensive possession.
Trying to win the possession game, trying to win game 4, get on match point. 3 shots to close out version 1. Daniel not going to be able to factor into this play any further. Reynolds straight away, looking towards Arsenal, but he wasn't able to come get that. And version 1 trying to break out of the zone finally, but another shot coming in from Daniel. Oh, every time he's near the ball, it's edge of your seat stuff because he's always a threat to come up with another game winner. Reynolds to Daniel again. Down in front, Torment pops it away with 20.
Arsenal, last one with boost, last man back. Version 1 trying to see if they can get past them, and Arsenal, great carry into the midfield. Reynolds with the shot! Slater again for Space Station!
Remember all that stuff about give the ball to Daniel? Reynolds taking charge downfield, found the seam in the defense. 9 seconds remain for version 1 to come up with the kickoff of their lives.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it does go the right way for Calm, but Daniel already up to meet him. Calm couldn't slow it down enough. Down to 2 seconds.
Torment
got to keep it in the air, and Torment can't get to it. And Space Station Gaming have taken 3 out of 4.
And you can see the celebration from Space Station Gaming after that one. Clutch moment in the end. Reynolds scoring both goals, both assisted by Arsenal on that point. And where the pressure is on, you rely on 2 players that have been in these types of positions before. Again, they dropped that game 3. They come into this one. They have to slow down V1, who is looking for a way in. And my goodness, do they do so? Again, you can see a lot of talking on the stage from both sides. Even after that win, Chrome still has so much to say here because they know they cannot let up. Version 1 are going to keep playing this one out.
Yeah, closing out moments like this. It has been a challenge at times for Space Station Gaming, but again, full on confidence. Arsenal getting hyped up as well. His 1 goal to go with 3 assists in the series so far. Helping out Reynolds this time around with his 2 goals that push SSG past version 1 in game 4. Now we go to game 5. It'll be Wasteland. And Space Station, they kind of hold all the cards here because they've got the timeout if they want to use it at any point if version 1 gets some momentum going. They've got 3 shots to close this out, but remember, if it goes to Champions Field, that's where version 1 has owned the head-to-head matchup, and Space Station 0-3 on LAN in Game 7. Well, throw it out there for now. It's a long road to get there, and version 1's got to find the first step.
Vibes are high for Space Station Gaming going into this one. You saw all smiles on every member of the team, as they know they only need 1 more. But for on the other side of things, very serious looks on version 1. They want to come through with this win very badly. Again, going up. In this round of Swiss, it will be nothing short. I mean, you're putting yourself in a great spot come main event time.
You look at the teams that are 2-0 already in this event, and as well as they have played, the winner here, getting to go to 2-0, they got to be feeling incredibly confident about their chances to go 3-0 and get into the group stage. That's popped away. And Daniel just got a piece of that with Reddles, like almost just kind of T-boned him there in front of the net.
Yep.
But SSG come away unscathed for now. Beast Mode gonna have to collect this. Got around, and still Reddles coming back for the save.
I think for V1, you know, seeing just a little bit more out of Beast Mode is something that I think a lot of people are trying to look for. We haven't necessarily seen him take to the air very often, and that could just be because of Space Station's game plan or maybe their own, as again, Calm tries to get a bump there on Arsenal, but the shot not there, pass, Calm, shot, bang! V1 on the board.
Calm tried to be the battering ram, tried to clear the runway. Arsenal avoided him, and then Calm just goes right over top of him, and Daniel couldn't come across in time. 5 goals now for Calm in this series, 5 out of 8 for version 1. He has been the guy, and is gonna have to continue to be so. Torment with a boost steal, and Daniel coming in to help.
You know, Calm always talks about that hate, that negativity, how he fuels off of it. He's gonna need that fuel right here, right now. The crowd, you can hear him. We got some great headphones, but even then I still hear the SSG chant.
And you know what? The players also have to hear it as well, and Daniel's gonna hear another Daniel chant.
They've got everything going for them. They've got the crowd, they've got the momentum. They keep things up, they'll have the series.
We know that these headphones that they have, they're supposed to cancel out the noise, but we could see them react before the series. They could hear exactly what the crowd was saying. They know what the vibe is like here at Dickey's Arena. Hopped away now. It's Beast Mode up to the ceiling. Can't follow this play any further as it's set over his head. But version 1 firmly in the driver's seat with this possession until that demolition on Calm, and SSG are able to break free from those chains.
Version 1, backs against the wall in this series. They need something to happen here for them. And so far, they just haven't really been able to get a good grasp here in this series. We're halfway through game 5, still tied up.
There is no plot armor either. You have to create your own luck. Reddles just a little wide. We've seen a lot of those try to draw the defense out, Daz, and it hasn't necessarily worked. Torment again with the stop on Arsenal. Follow-up denied by Beast Mode, and now SSG's got to race back. Reddles having to collect that and make sure not to bring it any further. Now Calm, stuffed out by Daniel. Reddles back in the corner. V1 again, loading up for another possession, but finding it really difficult to keep boost away from Space Station.
Space Station has just been very good at spreading themselves out. Version 1 have had a tough time trying to keep them locked into a certain part of the field. Again, even when they're in net, they're constantly moving, everybody, making sure not to stay in one spot too long. You never know when someone can come through from behind. You get demoed and it's in your net.
Oh, they might have split the seam here, but Arsenal, they're at the back again. He has not factored as heavily into the offense, but he has been a rock defensively, especially as version 1 have really had a target on him, and they haven't been able to get home. Nobody there to get that pass in front. As we go to the final minute, version 1 gonna feel like they've left another opportunity on the table. Beast Mode almost converts. Now Torment is a little wide. Calm is there too, but this is sent out to the corner. Still nobody to bring this home for version 1 as Space Station Gaming survives another onslaught.
They stim the whole house, then they end up running out of boost. Now, they've got to try to recover this before SSG gets down on the offensive end. Space Station Gaming looking to end this series as time ticks down in regulation, still tied 1-1. Chance here, Arsenal gets beat out. Torment with full boost into the corner trying to take this one through, but SSG keep trying again. It's a good clear, but it's straight to Daniel. Daniel, we've seen him in these spots, tries to get the Musty for control, gets the bounce through. Final few seconds. Beast Mode trying for one last drive for version 1. Calm with the assist, it's in front of the goal line, hits the ground. Overtime in game 5.
And you saw the reaction from Calm, the hand on the forehead, and that's the beauty of overtime in Rocket League. You've got like 3 seconds to get over it and get right back on the offensive or defensive end as the ensuing kickoff brings the ball deep into version 1 territory. Fireburner knows that all too well after his involvement in the shenanigans back in London in Season 5. This is brought in by Beast Mode. Tough angle, shut down by Arsenal. Calm to win it and keep V1 alive.
Calm shows up at the perfect moment. Beast Mode stretches the defense. Calm with the slot. Version 1 are going to Neo Tokyo.
I don't know how willing SSG is to use the timeout, but I think he used it here after an overtime winner from version 1 to keep the momentum going for them, get something going in their favor. Neo Tokyo awaits. And the confidence you can see now is Torment looks back and looks over at his brothers. Find a way to survive and advance to 2-0. Try to get to Champions Field where they have been so good, especially against SSG.
You gotta keep it locked in. You have to keep it locked in. You even see this one. Calm gets that goal. Not too much yapping coming out this time.
No, there has not been.
Simple fist bumps back into the game. Job's not done for either side yet. And for SSG, yeah, I feel like there were stretches where they should have came away with a couple of goals there. And they started this game off with all smiles, but they end up dropping it at the end of the day.
To be fair, I wouldn't chirp over there either. I know Arsenal would give it right back. He can take as well as he can give. So now we go to Neo Tokyo. There is no timeout between version 1 and SSG. They still have that in their back pocket for if this potentially goes to a 7th game. A big finish for version 1. You thought maybe they were in a little bit of trouble after that near miss at the end of regulation, but unfazed. And a new 5 minutes on the clock. Torment and Daniel will lock it up on the kickoff. And it's Reddles denied by Calm as we start game 6.
Saw Torment as we got into this game. This will now be his 100th game at a World Championship. But for the young gun Daniel, his first World Championship, he's lighting up the scoreboard.
It looked like Beast Mode thought he had all the time in the world, and then he gets bumped away, so Daniel comes in. And with his 5th goal of this series, the chants begin again. Here he goes again, up to the ceiling. Where isn't Daniel? As this series has gone on, version 1 have had their hands full and done, I think, an exceptional job holding him to just 5 as Reddles got a bump on Torment there in the air. And Beast Mode powers his way through. Can stay with this play as well. But Reddles, top angle, double tap! Oh my!
Reddles with the double! You can't count this man out! Perfect read! Torment, he knows where that's going, he still gets played past him.
I think that's the first time they've actually beat Torment anywhere near the goal. Space Station Gaming up by 2 very early on in game 6. Their second closeout opportunity against V1. And now Arsenal with Reddles flanking to his right. And nothing there as it goes right back whence it came. This will fall right to Calm. He's been awesome, but not this time. Reddles with the stop. And Arsenal got ahead of Torment, and it's 3-0 in the first minute.
An electric start for Space Station Gaming. They're playing out of their minds. Great clear out. And version 1, what's going on? The breakdown defensively. They've given up 3 goals in the first minute. When do they do that?
Well, not in the first minute, but they gave up 3 goals in about 45 seconds in game 1. That put that game out of reach. Weren't able to recover. At least this time, now they have 4 minutes to get some of those back as Calm up to the scoreboard and still nothing doing. As SSG up to the task defensively, it's now Torment to try and center. They haven't had many bodies forward in the past, but now they do, and that sense of urgency, I think, is there for them as Version 1 realizes they cannot play passive at all, down 3 with their back against the wall.
Everyone's worried about Daniel. Look at that man, Reddles. What a performance this series. Gets the bump. Daniel puts it in. This is a statement from Space Station Gaming.
They didn't need the timeout. Calm didn't get the touch he needed at all. Beast mode, head in hands, trying to find a way to muster up anything to erase a 4-goal deficit for Version 1. And it is Beast mode, immediately called into action. From the ceiling, drop down, set across harmlessly by Daniel.
See the desperation there from V1.
Oh my goodness.
They're looking for anything. At this point, things are falling apart drastically for Version 1. And it gets harder and harder to climb this hill as the clock ticks down. Another demo, another open net, another goal. 5-0, Space Station Gaming, my goodness.
Space Station Gaming, figuratively and maybe soon literally, waving goodbye to Version 1, both
sleeping.
on the field and then on the stage. 5-0, just over 2 minutes gone by, and the only saving grace right now for Version 1 is you look at how this game has gone and you go, okay, they could do it to us in less than half a game. Why not back the other way? But they've got to turn it around somehow without the benefit of a timeout.
Version 1, Reynolds is sleeping on you. The game's halfway over, wake him up. Another one gets through, and Calm has to race back. Time is ticking down, chances for goals going by the wayside here.
Space Station Gaming looking to close out their 4th victory against Version 1 in 6 tries this season and stop a 2-match losing skid that began just a few months ago. Locked in front, Reddles across, 3-man passing play, tic-tac-toe, but Arsenal's just gonna bring this deep into the corner, not willing to throw that into the Version 1 defense and enable any kind of counterattack.
I mean, I'm personally just...
I know, I'm at a loss for words at how this has devolved into what we're seeing. Space Station Gaming opening up a 5-goal lead in about 2.5 minutes, and I think Version 1 have to be just as stunned. This was clearly not part of the script. Arsenal almost gave one away, but he stands tall. Makes yet another stop as he's done all series long.
When you go back to the Reynolds interview, you know, he said things would be different this time. And you could tell by his individual performance and the way the team is looking that, my goodness, things are.
Well, there are some people that have Version 1 in their brackets as potentially even a finalist. When all is said and done here at the World Championship, Space Station Gaming determined not to drop a series to this potential finalist. Reddles with one more, because why not?
Another for Reynolds. He's got a hat trick. The man has put himself in the spotlight with this performance. My goodness, what a standout. Everyone was talking about what he was saying in the comms last event in the Spring Major, but the individual gameplay, as well as that. I mean, just such an all-around great performance from Reynolds here. And Arsenal and Daniel, in their own right, have just been absolutely fantastic. SSG as a team, looking like one of the best here in the wildcard stage.
So that 100th game at the World Championship for Torment, a milestone that he will not look too fondly on, as I don't know what in the world was happening back in the corner. Arsenal looked like he was just kind of in a stare down. It is all smiles on the part of Space Station Gaming, and Version 1 just kind of falling over each other, even in the air. Torment looking for one for the road. Not gonna happen. Space Station Gaming determined not just to win, not just to dominate, but throw a shutout in the game that matters most. Torment couldn't get the stop there. Beast Mode will score 1, but it will be of little solace. There are some smiles on the Version 1 side that they'll have to take into the 1-1 bracket tomorrow.
Well, but I'd probably say fortunate for them, because imagine having to play after this one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The way this series went, yeah, of course, they go for demos on the kickoff. That's the Space Station in version 1 we all know and love. And this Space Station Gaming is 4 wins away from the main event.
Very well done, SSG. Take it in 6. Spectacular. Isn't even a great enough word to describe the performance that we witnessed from them. They've got a good crowd here in the Dickies Arena, and my goodness, did they put on a show for them.
The games they win, 4-1, 3-2, 2-1, and then you just kind of look, oh yeah, 6-1. Listen to this. This is amazing. Look, it is not the crowd of 13 grand that we expect in the arena next week, but they are as loud as any crowd we've seen. And their support for both Version 1 and Space Station Gaming here today, 2 teams that, as you can tell, have a lot of respect for each other, and you know what? Probably have not seen each other for the last time here at the World Championship.
Yeah, definitely a chance here for these 2 teams to match up again. But you take the games as they come, and it's a marathon, not a sprint here in the Swiss stage.
Well, that last game turned into an absolute sprint for SSG.
Oh, yeah, that was a
as they left Version 1 in the dust as we look back at one more time at the Mobile 1 high performance replay. And that shot from Reddles, I think that was the one right there where Reddles finally beat Torment and Space Station Gaming ran away with it.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, did they run away with it. You see it there, 3 goals from Daniel. I mean, not 3 goals from Reddles. The other 2 were shared between Daniel and Arsenal. And I mean, that just kind of seemed like the pace of play there for SSG. Everybody getting involved, everybody kind of stepping up when needed to. I mean, it's quite a team performance. I could talk about it all day, but I think you also have to look at the fact that, yes, for Version 1, not the way they wanted that series to go at all. Things really did fall apart. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board on this one, but they're not in the worst spot. 1-1 in Swiss. Somebody was going to have to lose that series.
Yeah, somebody was going to have to lose. In this case, it was Version 1, and it was led by 9 goals. Yes, 9 goals and a boatload of assists as well out of Reddles. Daniel making his presence felt as well, and the crowd made their presence felt. As they supported Daniel, you could hear the chant every single time Daniel came up with another clutch goal, and it just felt like it was mid-boss after final boss that Version 1 had to contend with.
Yeah, and we did see them able to contend over the course of this series, right? You look at, the games after the timeout, things looked really well. It felt like, okay, Version 1 found the recipe. But then the Space Station Gaming just able to adapt over time. And that's what I really loved the most about this series was the fact that both teams very capable of adapting to their opponents. But I mean, this one, it felt like a chess match almost. And then SSG said checkmate.
We haven't seen many series get to Game 6. In fact, that's only the second one. Both times, it goes to Space Station Gaming. Why wouldn't it? Space Station Gaming making things hard for themselves. Of course, Version 1 helped in that regard. But again, Space Station Gaming now 2-0. And that's got to be huge for them because now these teams, you look at everybody else that's 2-0 and you look at Space Station Gaming and go, they've got a pretty favorable matchup, I think, against most of them.
I mean, when you look at this for SSG, it feels like Version 1 coming into this might have been their toughest opponent. It was between either them or Carmine Corp. So now you obviously look on to the next day and see what matchup that is going to be there. But, I mean, taking down V1 is such a big win for Space Station Gaming. I think that, and especially for the fact that they did it in 6 and not 7, they had a 3-1 lead. I'm very curious to see how far SSG goes.
I'm curious to hear from whoever Johnny has managed to wrangle for an interview on the stage. Let's send it over to Johnny Boy.
Thank you, Stacks. I've managed to wrangle Rettles, although I'll be honest, he doesn't take a lot of wrangling. He's always happy to talk to us. Rettles, so many teams have problems with V1, especially early in lands. They're a difficult team to play. They bump people to pieces. You guys don't have any problems. What is it that helps you win against them in this matchup?
It's a tough draw for both of us. We're the 2 best NA LAN teams according to the last 2 majors. It's just rough. We lost 2 games to the club and had to play them, but all 3 of them really good players. We just have a really good game plan against them.
Well, it worked today, and that puts you 2-0. So for now, the crowd is going crazy for you. I think you might be the favorite team in the wildcard. They're making a lot of noise. Based on the LA crowd, that might continue. Like, what is it like playing in front of a crowd like this? I know it's a cliche question, but not many people have been in your position to play in front of such a loving crowd like this.
And it is the most cliche answer too, because it's awesome. We care so much about the fans. It would be hard to be here without them. At most lands, we have one of the bigger fan bases, and to see the limited audience from wildcard do the same thing, it's awesome. It's awesome for us.
Yeah, keep it up, guys. And so you've been playing a lot of twos. I saw there was a post that had you and Arsenal playing tons of twos throughout this tournament. I know Daniel as well. He's been playing ones. Can you tell everybody back home what is the importance of that when you're trying to get good at threes? 'Cause I don't think many people understand what that does for you guys. But I know you've spoken about this in the past, what it does for you as a team.
Twos is just less people on the ball, you know. You don't have to share the ball, you don't have to share the boost. It's easier to improve your mechanics with it, and it's also just the most populated playlist for pros, so just easy to improve in that one.
Well, it's working well for you. Now, up next, you've got either Semper, Karmine Corp, Dignitas, or Optic in the 2-0 round. Any preferences? Can I get anyone in that list that you really want to play?
Don't care.
You don't care at all?
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter? Karmine Corp, even the farm, doesn't matter?
No.
Well, there you go, guys. It doesn't matter who Space Station played. They think they're the favorites. They might be the favorites remaining in the tournament. We have one matchup left for the day, so come back after the break and see how it goes.